Aloha from Kilipohe, ki Kanilahua, Halipohaku. Not much to report today. Well, there's a lot happening, so that's not true. These put away. So, I know updates are a little few and far between, so I'll try and repair that. Cleaned off this piece of rock. I don't know if I showed that in the last one. When I filled in this area here, make it easier to get to the shower. I kind of cleaned up the wood. I had it in the wheelbarrow, and then I needed the wheelbarrow today, so we'll see that in a minute. The downspout assembly is pretty much complete. There's still some work to do here on the, this is where they call it a first flush diverter. That's where this goes. And the idea is the water coming down from the roof, the first bit of water has a lot of sediment in it and stuff like that. So this is supposed to trap it. And then it gets, it fills up. It's got a little drain in here with a filter. Let's see if I can even get it out. Show you how it works. Trap with a filter, and there's even some leaves in there. And it's actually a piece of a pantyhose, and then a little hole here. So it slowly drains, and captures leaves and stuff like that, and then it fills up, and then it starts to run down into this pipe, which goes into this, which is another piece of pantyhose, and there's a little screen in there and a piece of pantyhose. So hopefully we'll get mosquito just flew out of there. Hopefully we'll get all of the material before it goes into the tank. Let me put this back together. And that's going to stay like that, so I'll be able to easily clean that out. The other thing is I connected the two tanks together, and you can see the water level in the tanks is pretty much the same. Made this cover out of some PVC pipe and some fabric, so that keeps stuff from falling into the tank. That's good. I plumbed the water system directly into the connector hose. There's no drain yet. This one fills up first, and it has little drains in the side here, which have been working pretty good. So I don't know if I'll add any more drain. This is all drain rock and some base course that's underneath this thing, so it's got really good drainage. Did some work yesterday to get some cuttings going from Ohia trees. These are all little cuttings from Ohias, trying to get them to root. So I forgot to spray them much today. So the website that I found that talks about spraying them says they work best when there's misted for 6 seconds every 2 minutes. Well, I'm not going to be doing that, so let's go back this way. And clean off this rock today, so I'll be able to walk down it without slipping and falling. I'm going to slowly take all that mud out of there and clean it all out. But yeah, so this is all bared off. It'll, it cleans up pretty quickly with the rains and stuff. This was totally mud covered before, and now you can see the rock really clearly in there. I bought some drain rock and threw it down here. This was a big muddy hole, and I stepped in every time I came through here. I tried throwing mulch down on top of it, and it didn't really do much but make more mud. So now it seems pretty. It's a little squishy on the edges some places, but hopefully I'll be able to keep my shoes pretty clean. Went to Home Depot today to get stuff for the project du jour, and did as I always do, which is to check the millworks department to see if the doors had come in. And yes, there it is, the official entry door with its window, and I even have a deadbolt and lock set to go in it. So that is going to be tomorrow's project, hopefully. It's pretty heavy, but I think I can get out, have Eric come over and help me move it to the holly. But, so here's more drain rock to put in. This was kind of uneven, and it was tough to get the wheelbarrow over. So I decided I was going to take up some of the rocks that were in the way, and then throw some drain rock in there. So the big reveal today is the porch, or platform, or whatever you want to call it. That is what I went to Home Depot to get materials for, and it is in, baby. I might want to do a little step here. It is kind of a big step to get up on it. I don't want to do it because I got my boots on and I'll leave a big muddy print. But that is in. I got one big rock here kind of holding up the base course material because it's really sloped right there. And I'm worried about the rock just kind of sliding away. But this side isn't too bad. I cut back the mud, the Luhay ferns, down to solid rock, so it's based pretty well. The gravel underneath it is nice and level. It's probably going to get eaten by termites eventually. I thought I might take these posts and extend them all the way up to hold up the roof, but that's just, it would be too narrow here. It would only be 2.5 feet wide, and that's just not wide enough to walk through. So I'm still contemplating how to do a little roof here, because I do want to be able to step up onto this, take my shoes off, leave them outside, and not have them get all soaking wet like they do now. But all the rocks that were there are in this pile here. This is there was some other rock here already, and I kind of moved out of the way, and so it's kind of the path. I might take these rocks if I get really ambitious and do more path making, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with all of that. This evening's project is to kick off my shoes here. 1, 2. Oh, nice and solid. This evening's project is to stuff all these pipe insulation pieces up into the gaps. I had a frog get into the holly the other night, coqui frog, and he jumped down and ran around. We can have frogs with Ziggy around, and I had a lizard on the bed yesterday morning or the day before, I don't remember, but it's a lizard without a tail. I recognize him from being around the house. And I've heard other cats coming and going around the property, but there we go. That's the latest. Running 9 minutes 20 seconds, so I'm gonna let it go at that. It'll take a couple hours to upload this baby, but I paid for unlimited data on my plan, so I should be able to do it. All right, aloha.